Hello everyone, IceCool Tech here, and today we're going to be taking a look at how iOS 13.4 Developer Beta 4 has been on the iPhone SE. Now, before we get into today's video, if you happen to be new to the channel, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on to stay up to date with all the latest news, announcements, and of course updates from Apple, as well as reviews, tutorials, and more from IceCool Tech. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 subscribers for Apple's WWDC 20 event in June. Every subscriber I get truly does mean a lot, it's very appreciated. Anyway, let's get straight to the video. I've been running iOS 13.4 Developer Beta 4 on my iPhone SE for a while now, and I'd like to quickly mention that my iPhone SE is holding a maximum battery capacity of 92%. Now, it has had a restart, however, I have manually disabled performance throttling in settings. This means that Apple will not be slowing down my iPhone to preserve battery and prevent restarts. With that out of the way, let's get straight into general performance. With iOS 13.4 Developer Beta 4, I noticed that my iPhone SE is actually faster than the previous betas. Even though this is a very slight increase, it's still apparent and I think it's worth mentioning. Stock Apple apps load slightly faster than Developer Beta 3. Now in Beta 3, when opening the About page in settings, there would actually be a pretty significant hang. Now this has been fixed in Beta 4, of course, and I'm very glad to see that. Other than that, most tasks perform about the same, such as loading web pages, playing games, and of course watching your favorite TV shows or movies, etc. So it's looking pretty good so far. Animation speeds have been great in Beta 4. Right after I updated, I noticed that animations were even smoother than before. I'm extremely impressed with how animations have been throughout iOS 13.4 betas, and they keep getting better. Animations such as opening up the control center, swiping down to the notification center, opening and closing apps, using the app switcher, scrolling through web pages or apps, etc. have all been, you guessed it, extremely buttery smooth. Battery life in iOS 13.4 has been pretty decent on my iPhone SE. In Beta 3, I noticed that it was a little worse at times and better at others. iOS 13.4 Beta 2 has only been slightly improved in my experience, and for the most part, it gets through the day with light to medium use. If you're a heavy user, you'll definitely want to keep a spare charger with you throughout the day. Even if you can pull off a full day of heavy use on the iPhone SE, you'll most likely end up with critical battery at best by the end of the day. Standby time is also about the same. I noticed it drained about 9 to 11% overnight off the charger. That has improved ever so slightly over Beta 3, and any improvement is welcome. Overall, and I really cannot stress this enough, iOS 13.4 has been amazing. Apple is truly nailing down those bugs, and it's looking like iOS 13.4 is going to have a great full release later this month. With that said, let's cover the main question. Should you update? If you're on an earlier version of iOS 13 and you are okay with installing the beta software, I'd say go for it. If you'd rather stay away from betas, but you're still on an earlier version of iOS 13, I'd definitely say wait for the full release. If you are on iOS 12 or earlier, I'd recommend staying there until the public release of iOS 13.4, as this is definitely the best version of iOS 13 so far. Now, I'd actually suggest waiting about a week after the release of iOS 13.4 to give it some time and to see if any major bugs are reported. That's all I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, show me by leaving a like, and if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber really does mean a lot and it's very appreciated. Don't forget to check out the IceCool Tech official Discord, link in the description down below as always. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.